What's going on? It's your boy Mike Lowy Trading Academy. Let's get right into it. So today was pretty nice, pretty slow, pretty weird. You know, the AWS thing was down. So people were, a lot of brokerages were not working. It took me like 20 minutes to load my Robinhood. So then I tried my TD, same thing. Then I tried my Vanguard. Then I tried my Webull. I'm like, what the? None of it was working. So, anyways, we ended up getting in a little bit on Robinhood. That's more of like kind of just my play account. So, didn't mind if I entered something and couldn't get out of it on that. But we had NVIDIA above 185 to 187 or below 181 to 178, right? So NVIDIA, none of that happened. We broke below this 183, and then this was your reclaim right there, right? So level could have been there. That would have been a nice bounce, but we want to see the reclaim, right? So on this candle close, you can see it took right off to that 185, and then we rejected again off that 185. You can see here go all the way back down to the 183. Just kind of consolidated in that range for the rest of the day. Tesla, so mind you too, like this is all stuff that we go over in the pre-market lives. So that's the point of me doing the lives, is that I break down essentially what I'm telling you guys now, right? And then aftermarket, which is now, is when I tell you how you could have played it or why I did or didn't play it. So that's like this is the full circle of how you guys could trade. People ask me why I don't go live trading yet, because I'm giving everything for free. I am giving plays, I am giving setups, I am giving explanations, I'm giving game all for free. And I don't have any subscribers. Like I'm just building my brand right now. So, you know, I'm already doing way more than majority would. In my opinion, every time I look at something or someone, they're always charging something or buy this course or buy that course. I'm just showing you how it is and showing you before and after and during and the call outs. So I don't know what else you guys want. But yeah, so to continue, Tesla above 446, right? We said to 455. So that is originally what I wanted. And then you can see here, I think I said it in the stock chat. Yeah, that's too much going on. We're just talking about the outage. And then everything's overbought, bearish divergence, so I'm looking for some reversals. Right, can still pop and break through. Yes, I just don't like anything. And this is when he said for Tesla. So like someone in the chat was like, "Oh, let's go to 455." I just give my opinion. Like, you know, it's bought, it's overbought. I don't really like anything. I don't think it's gonna fully push. We have this bearish divergence, right? Like, did it break and go a little bit? Yeah, but look, it didn't even go. It didn't even go. We stopped right where we should have, and we stopped right there. But to break that, you know, to break that, we'll go to 452 and then 455, right? So those are like little levels along the way, but that's why I didn't play it. We didn't get a beautiful break and retest right away. It was a break and fall through, right? Break and retest would have been nice. That would have pushed up to probably that 450 level, right? Was that, yeah, 452. But we didn't. We broke, retested, and failed, and then went right back down. So you could have even taken that 445 to 442 as soon as this happened, right? Because you guys have these levels now when we do this pre-market. So you guys see exactly what I see. So obviously, yeah, we failed to make this higher high, right? You could have like essentially this little head and shoulders here if you wanted to play it like that. I know some people are crazy about chart patterns, but you can just simply see that we came up, we made a higher high, and then we failed, right? And then meanwhile, we're bearish divergence. So that to me is not an A+ setup to go long. I'm not gonna go long off that. I don't like that. Um, and this could have been your like a hard entry, right? This could be like risky entry because it could still bounce, right? So I would wait for that personally. You can see that, right? You can wait for your confirmation candle right here and wait for your pullback. Then you don't get a pullback. Then we break below here. Then we get the pullback. So as soon as you see that, obviously on the 5 minute, we have this right there. So once it comes below this 445, right? There's two ways to play this. Since this 5 minute candle technically broke and closed below this level, you can grab this pullback right here, right? Pullback from 446, 447, perfect. This whole thing's $1, right? So stop loss would be up here, all right, and entry would be, I mean, as close to here as you could, right? Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but this can even if you wait for this candle to close and then enter on this right here, that's perfect too, right? So that would even be like more strict. Use this for entry, this for I would still use like right here for stop loss, right? So it's still, you know, different ways to have your risk, and whoever's more comfortable with what. This is more comfortable for me because I know that we closed below here now. Like this could definitely have just closed strong like a bullish hammer and pushed through. You never know. So then you catch this down to your 442, to your next level, right? When you're holding right here throughout this chop, just put a level there, right? And it doesn't break above, so you don't have to sell yet, and then boom, take profit. And really, if you waited a little bit, I mean, another 5 minutes, I probably would have waited another 5 minutes. That's another take profit, right? So that's the way to play it. Or also, you're on the 5 minute, you see this fair value gap get formed on the 5, so you could be like, okay, let me wait for price to come back into here, all right? Well, boom, price comes back into here. That's your retest. So now price has broken down, retested here, and now you could take it down to here. So that's a great play too. I missed this entry myself, so you know that's like multiple different ways to play it. And if it would have went above here, that's my stop loss. And now look, I bet you this thing goes, we gotta fall, because this was our bounce, yeah. So you could either take it to equal lows or whatever, but regardless, that would have been a 446, 447. Even if you just took it to here, 443, 444. Come on, it's $3-4 move. That pays on options. That pays. I would probably trim more than half right here because I would leave runners just in case, just because of how the day's going. You know, you can't always go for that 100% play. You got to know when to go hard and know when to go easy. SPY above 668 to 670. Above 668, we broke and closed straight to 670. Textbook. Textbook of the day. I mean, that was the opening 5 minute candle closed above our level, retested, and went straight to 670. I mean, come on. So that's just the watch list, all right? So that's just, you know, hour before market. Those are 3 plays that we talked about, all different ways that you could have played them today. So that alone you could do by yourself, not by listening to me, all right? And then we go to the chat. And I traded hood, right? So here's how hood looks, right? There's your 670 TP on SPY. First off, that was great. Hope someone grabbed that. Also entered some hood calls on this bull flag, very light, because I may not be able to sell if Robinhood doesn't load, right? Keep it transparent. Don't full port. My broker's not really working the best. I don't know how yours is working. All right. And then at 9:55, so I was at 9:33. All right. Boom. It did jump pretty fast. Oh, 926. There we go. All right, I'm like, hold on. I know that's not when I entered. Yeah, so right here is when I entered. Okay, boom. That's the 924, 926 right there, right? So 926. All right. I see this. Boom. All right. We go entered hood at about 926, which is right here. All right. And then we bull flagged out of it. Nice breakout. And then we consolidated long. So I switched back to my 5 minute. Then I see this consolidation. You know, we had this gap, so I'm not worried about it. If we would have came back below here, yeah, I would say below here actually, because we were already in profit. That's how good the entry was, right? Our entry was at 135.60, so our stop loss is at 135.60. We had zero drawdown in our hood play, so it was nice, instantly in profits. And then we had to fill this gap real quick, so rejected perfectly off of it, closed above this 136.85 level. Gorgeous, right? That's what you want to see. This is weak, right? Not the best to see. And then this is like, all right, probably just going to stop out, you know? Like, could you have taken profits up here? Yeah, you could have taken your, maybe 10%, whatever. But boom. Rejected hard here. Good close. Still weak. All right. Stronger. Way less bearish. Broke through and held, right? So this breakthrough and hold, I sold at this next high. Yep. Right there at 138 flat is when I sold. And you can see that we didn't go, I mean, we're still just sitting there. So levels matter. This is exactly why levels matter. And this is another play that you could have caught. So that is 4 play. I mean, come on. That's me calling it out. So let's say you missed my morning live, like probably 100 of you did, and you missed my entire watch list. We still got the call out. We still have the intraday level call out of hood, 30%. So those are literally all ways that you guys can come in and capitalize on everything that we're doing. Um, and now you know. So again, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We out.